Okay, I'm back. Some got a phone call interrupted. I wasn't the divine masculine. It might have been because I was about to sing. You're just too good to be true. Can't keep my eyes off of you. You feel like heaven to touch. So that's what it is. So the attraction of that with the divine feminine, he knows before she was too good to be true. He's really putting her up on the pedestal, really making her goddess. And that was causing for that to be really a problem. Oh, Lord. Have mercy. Okay. Let's get this back together. Looking cutesy. Okay, so that was a part, and that was causing an issue to me in the attraction as well. Because now we're putting off the mask. I'm really truly seeing you for what you are, and I'm really taking the mask off of myself, which is really helping me to see the world in a different way. Okay, love yourself first. He's really at the point that he's loving himself first because, again, just like I tell you about the exercise, he wasn't able to breathe in the beginning. This whole process going with this divine feminine, seeing her in a certain way, he was not breathing. It's just like, I'm having problems breathing through this whole process of going through this. And so now he is able to breathe because, again, he's learning how to love himself more. And it's when you have breathed, it's a little more cause of relaxation. And then when you relax, you're able to bring in those energies as well. It's not when you're so tension, you cut off all of that, being able to contact your other counterpart, and they being able to contact you, and they like, oh my God, it's so thick. I know I have an oracle. I told you all about the twin flame oracle that I have. And it's a lot of times it's like, I can't reach you. The energy is too thick. You're too negative. You're too in your head. I can't reach you at all, And so that's the same thing. But you breathe and being able to breathe, things flow much easily. So the energy from you and your counterpart can flow for one another. This reconciliation kind of was like at first kind of not wanting it, but I say this one was definitely wanting reconciliation. This is due to beforehand you were viewing yourself very small and divine masculine, and so now you're viewing yourself very large. Now you know what, I've been playing myself short. I'm really bigger than this. I can handle this. I can actually do this. And that might be why they say roll out the bears, because like I said, I feel like a whole group of divine masculines getting together and saying cheers. They got that beer like at a game, like a football like game. That go back to, I think, a couple of videos I used to say that it was like they playing on the field and they send it out there and they would throw the ball at them. And they like, what I'm supposed to, like the gift of being a divine masculine. And they like, what I'm supposed to do? And they throwing it to them, and the thing is going between there, and they're like, oh, and they fumbled with it. That's what they was doing with the divinity. Now when they throw it to them, they got it, and they like, I got it, and I'm running. I got it now. I know where I'm going. And they're at the point that they cheering. It's like, yay. Something has been a breakthrough. I don't know what it is. God in the universe knows. The masters. But I feel like they high-fiving and they fist bumping and they chest bumping about something. I don't know. Maybe this is the next wave of divine mass. Like they always say, it's in waves. Everybody, like my friend has said, it's in waves. Everybody cannot, we can't become in union all of a sudden. So whatever it is, this next wave of divine masters is like they at the airport and they waiting to be takeoff. And they sitting in that VIP clubhouse that they had, and they seen the plays of the divine master and divine feminine collectively and how they been playing. And they like, okay, all right, oh, wait a second, it's turning. And they cheering. And it's like, okay, look like we coming around, boys. Look like might be our turn next. We the next waves. And they waiting to be taken off at the airport. And they called their number. Okay, number 144. It's your turn to get on the plane. Flight 144 to Unisouls Union is taking off now. And they like, okay, all right then. And they like, cheers. And They got their mugs. I can see the frosted mugs, and it's just overspilling with the beer. And they like, let's take one last toast, y'all guys, to life, because we about to go ahead and dive on in here and let's do this. And so that's what the message I'm getting here, that they somebody cheering and they getting ready. These next waves is getting ready. They getting ready to take off flight onto this journey. They're next. Okay, so that, and that's funny. The divine feminine saying here, make the effort. Yes, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. She's ready to do this because she's ready to experience this. These divine masculines in this VIP lounge, they've been drinking this cold eyed brew that say roll out the barrel. They ready to have fun. They ready to do it. She knows that it's time to go. So wherever it is, whatever level you are at in consciousness or whatever, you two are saying, okay, I know it is time for me to go to this doorway of opportunity, the next step. Because the race right here, I want to cross the finish line. She's making her way to the finish line as well. I seen something. Like a doorway. Chemistry. I told you chemistry. See, some of you all say I'm ready. I feel the attraction. I feel the pull like a magnet. Like it's like I'm getting stronger and stronger for us come together. And you know the divine feminine does hold the light. Like my friend was talking about, light for the energies, the spiritual, and the divine masculine holds more so of the physical for the earth plane, and together we're able to manifest in between. So that's why it is together. This chemistry, I feel like chemistry is almost like a combustion, like in chemistry class, like you take this part, this chemical, and you take this chemical, and us together, we gonna create this new combustion that's gonna combine. So right now, she's feeling like it's time for them to come together and to manifest something. This is the new thing. That I'm picking up. It's like, okay, it's time to manifest something. That's why on top of this, clarifying and serendipity, this is right on time. The things coming together, the fortune, the luck, things coming together, not with your will, pushing it, but it's just all there, and it's fated events, fated situations. And that's because she's feeling right now it's time for the divine feminine and divine masculine to come together. Now I'm picking this up too. It does not mean also, because mean that it's just a divine feminine and divine masculine in the physical coming together. It can be, I got a fork in the road on that one. Now I'm going back with that. But it also could mean the divine feminine and divine masculine within, saying, okay, it's time to come together to align ourselves to receive some of these serendipity moments, serendipitous moments or events to start occurring as well. Okay. I'm going to pull. I would like to know, what is the overall purpose of the day of the 11th? What's the purpose? Clear. Divine, for the divine feminine universe, what's the purpose? Okay. And for the divine masculine on today, what's the divine purpose of this day for the divine masculine? Oh, okay, clear. And I'm going to use this to clarify, because I usually use this. How does the divine feminist energies play into this? And how does the divine masculine's energies play into the, okay. Maybe I need to pull two. Let me get one for the first one. I like these cards. I like the way they're speaking. Okay. And this one. Whoa. Okay, if you came out, that was it. Okay, so divine feminine going. I'll go to you ladies first. Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. Do the ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. Queen Latifah. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. That's the overall energies that you got to deal with today. So keep on doing what you're doing. But remember what Elizabeth Lund said from House of Items. You're going to be tested on this. So, become like that. I call that wind dummy that be out there at the dealership. That be like, and then the wind come and knocks him over. And then he comes back again and says, you thought you knocked me down. When he's doing all that kind of things and he's back, you got to become like this. Something tells me today you've got to really learn how to become one with becoming in that energy as well. Okay, because you got, and I said, you got to find strength. You really do. This is coming reversal, which means to really make emphasis on this. You might find yourself making sacrifices throughout the day. Like Mary Magdalene, preparing to have some things die. So some ego things, some ego thoughts, letting go of some negativities, letting those things die. Some ideas of how you thought you being on the right path was going to happen. Your expectations about how things is going to happen, you got to let it go. That's what you're going to, and you're going to find strength in doing that for that today. Divine Masculine, you have 2 cards. You have time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. So you got to get like the video that I'm watching with this man. I believe he's Italian. That was saying, and you've got to come to the point that you've got to become to your true, authentic self. Okay, and in doing that, you got to use. It's going to take some energy. You got to change and shift your energy. You got to work on it. This is the feminine, so you're going to have to deal with your emotional side. And with you doing that and helping to decide, time to decide, you're going to find out with this is that you're also healing your divine feminine, okay, in doing this. So, become your authentic self. You're going to heal both of yourselves, just like my friend is saying, it's y'all remember that it's not just one of you all, it's just you, and Patricia Mcnealy always say that. You really is 2 of you all one, and if you really going to embody the title Unisoul thing, and he kind of reminded me while I was watching this video, you got to remember, uni means one, just like the one unicorn. One. And that means that, when you're doing your actions and things of that sort, that you are doing for one. Now, there has been some controversy, and I will say that, and I'll say this on my video. I have watched videos, and some of them in saying that, you can't not do that. They have free will, and you doing all that energetic or changing and saying release and let go of the karmic and doing all that stuff. You infringing on their energy, because it might not be time, it might not be. So, I do just like the conversation I had with my mother. My mother said, I was kind of blaming her or telling her about some things that, not blaming her, but kind of going back over again, saying, as I'm growing up, some things that she had did that I wasn't too much in agreement, and how that changed me, and how after a while I had to kind of grow up to say myself, I'm not going to be that way. I'm not going to do that, because growing up, I'm sure she's been watching my videos, growing up, she always used to say, watch, the way I talk, especially being the Aries, we're going to say what we're going to be blunt with it. We're going to say what we have to say. And as a child, she was telling me, kind of watch your mouth. There you go with that mouth. I get popped, do things, cursed out, tell about myself, about how I would, express myself as a child, and I can understand now, older and being a teacher, now I have kids of my own, but kind of really seeing that how you really kind of trying to teach a child that, okay, it's all right for you to have a mouth like that, but at the same time, you got to be able to respect authority at the same time, but still be true to yourself and authentic. And sometimes as a child growing up, that could be squashed. You keep on thinking, okay, I got to obey. I should never ever speak up. And that's not really the thought premise in which that they're coming from. That's the same thing when you're talking about as far as with the divine masculine, and you trying to heal some of these readers, when they were talking, might not be coming from the premise of saying, don't do that, don't do that. You know, it's always a way, like I tell the kids, of how you do things that's honorable and honoring who they are, and not trying to wield it like, you know, okay, I wish that the, you know, divine masculine kick her to the curb and, you know, whatever, or one day they ride and he just throw her out the car, you know, like that. Okay, now wait, hold up. First of all, that's creating some more karma on your own, you know, for the whole situation. So it's a way in which, how you, I always say, it's a way how you saying it and your intentions that make it a little different. So the energy. So when you're going back to what I'm saying with the energies, once you all get online with whatever it is with this time to decide what you're going to do, you're going to help bring feminine to your emotional side, to your emotional body, and you're also going to bring healing to your divine feminine as well. Okay, and then when we're talking about school, I got a story here. So the answers that you're seeking involves going to school. That means that you've got to go get some more knowledge, divine masculine. And does that mean that you've got to, you know, I told you all in some kind of, in the reading, on the fence there, a lot of them say, I ain't got no friends. I ain't got nobody, no mentors, nobody to go to really talk to and to really get more knowledge about this thing. Okay, so one thing is that you got to go to school and you've got to learn. You got to learn about yourself, especially when you talk about self-love. You got to learn about what things make you tick, what things don't make you, that make you tick and don't tick. You've got to learn also about your divine feminine, your counterpart, because that's also going to give an idea, because remember, that's your mirror, give you more idea and clarity to who you are. So that's going to help you out too as a reflection. And then again, getting some more school and knowledge. So with this is, like I said, the inner child, getting to know, and school will be getting more knowledge about this inner child. How you healing your inner child will help her inner child as well. You got communion with others. You got to get more in tune with the physical aspect of the world, because like I say, you're divine masculine deals with more of the physical, the physicalities of things, and so I would say pretty much with that, learn how to see what is your role physically in the world. Okay, learn what that is, and commune. That means getting in tune, becoming one with your environment, your physical environment. Okay, also we're saying goddess of wisdom. You got to get wise, especially in your emotional self. Finding some more ways to become wise, and that's why you got to go to school. You just need those tools. You just need it. You can't do things by the seat of your pants anymore. And the goddess of forgiveness. You got to go to school so you can learn and see what things you got to let go. That's where I'm picking up. And that's another form of forgiveness as well. What things you got to let go, what things you got to release. How do you go about doing that? How do you go about doing your divine now? So you got a little different than saying, I apologize. No, it's a little bit more, a little exercises you got to do with that. The Hawaiian poem, doing that. Reflective mirroring exercises. A lot of other things that you could be doing. Violet flame exercise. That helps you also with forgiveness. Work with Saint Germain as well. What things that you have got to forgive. Those are the things. And then what's the overall energies? I don't know why I brought that out, but we'll see. Overall energies, the universe. What is the message from the universe? Everything is beautiful. Ooh, number 32. 3, becoming centered. 2 is your unity. Okay. Together it makes 5. And that goes back to you looking at the world. Attraction to me, this is like this. Everything is beautiful. Okay. Let's see what that one's about. I'd like to know this 3 of coins is kind of jumping out at me. I don't know who this is 4. Let me do the universe and I'll come back to address that. Everything is beautiful. Get ready to be dumbfounded in the best possible way. You will be speechless at how beautiful your life really is. Things that once seemed common, that you often took for granted, are about to show off their true colors. Real beauty is about to come into focus. You can thank the universe later. Okay? That one, I want to say that's for the divine masculine. I forgot. And let me pull for the divine feminine, which is true. And I guess that's why they're saying it's a reason for you to celebrate. Okay? And then what's for the universe saying for the divine feminine? Because I believe that matched up for that one. Okay. Solar power, divine feminine, number 3. Okay, that's interesting. You both got 3s. Okay, again, the alignment. Everything's aligning, which is true. Solar power, here comes the sun. Who is the sun? The divine masculine. Clear, beautiful light and shining on everything right now. All you need unfolds easily before you. Decisions are a snap as you pirouette into the ease of your own power and of your own unlimited connection to the universe. You can bask in this, knowing that light shines on everything you need to know today. And I want to say, in spirits, to say you can swap these energies. Both of you all need this. Okay. If you are resonating also, he pretty much helped me to remind me again, just like Elizabeth Lund had stated, that, you know, really when we do these readings, it's not just about you saying, oh, that's the divine masculine she's reading for, or oh, let me check out what the divine feminine. You know, right now, if we are truly being unisouls, we should be reading this for both sides of us. It's just like what resonates to me. The beauty part of who we are is that we can swap the energies. And I know I feel that very much so, because sometimes I say, I don't know if I be acting like I'm an Aries. Sometimes I have some Aquarius ways. And that kind of resonates with him. And then vice versa. And I think he's got some Aries ways. I thought I heard Archangel Raphael. Some way. So energetically, you know, just like we saying, we looking at them, we swap. And I can feel that. I can swap. I say, okay, now I'm like him. Okay, let's kind of bring me back. Let's kind of get some of those energies. So when we're talking about these divine feminine, divine masculines, it could be the physical body that you're saying that you pretty much resonate with or identify with. But that does not mean that that is truly your energies that you are dealing with. You know, a lot, we swap in between the energies all day. You know, I think about Elizabeth Lund saying again that, you know, she says sometimes when I'm driving, I feel like I want to race, and I'm driving, I'm weaving, bobbing and weaving in between cars. Guess what? I'm in my divine masculine. You know, when I got to kind of make deals or things like that, I'm kind of, you know, especially this analytical part. Guess what? You're in your divine masculine energy. Okay, when you're emotional, when you're at your point that, you know, you feel very nurturing, or you're dealing with your children, or, you know, you're dealing with your pets, or you're doing anything that's kind of love. Okay, well then guess what? Now you have swapped energies into being into your divine feminine self. So, you know, we swap in between these two things, and I'm in agreement with him, and he's inspired me to remember that again. If we are calling ourselves unisouls, then we got to remember that we just like coming like this. This is coming from my hand, but together, we break off into divine masculine and divine feminine. We still part of this whole here, which is my hand. It's coming from my palm, you know, hand rather. And so that's something that we've got to kind of remember that again too. So we are, we are the champions, my friends, doomed, and we keep on fighting to the end. Do do do. We are the champions. We are the champions. Okay. All right. So that's something we got to keep up. We are the champions. And this, what we doing, if nothing else, I guess that would call for you to say cheers. Roll out the barrel. We are truly the champions in this. I guess that's what the divine masculine was coming to remind me about, that is that we got to remember, just like the student said, this is December. This is time. This is a December to remember. And this is a time for us to actually celebrate our victories, because we are the champions. We are the champions, my Unisouls. Remember that. If nothing else, going through that. We've been through a lot going through this year. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of trials, tribulations. But guess what? Some surprises, some unexpected blessings, some unexpected miracles, and some unexpected breakthroughs too about ourselves. And I'm just like that. So I'm almost like my students say, Happy New Year, saying it right now. So, you know, like he said, this is 2019, and we're going to start living it that way. So when we usher into the year, we already said we already got jump on it. We already are living our best lives, being in union, free of blocks, anything that's stopping us from being our true, authentic selves. So with that, that's the end of that one, 3 of cards. So I don't know who this is for right now, but somebody, when I see this card, and this is the karma thing, this is somebody's remediation thing that you're dealing with. The 3 of coins, somebody is the remediation partner, which is the feminine, is really now thinking about some things, and really thinking that they didn't really kind of made the wrong decision based upon what their friends is thinking. They didn't look themselves in the mirror. This is another footnote for, I don't know who this is. The divine masculine is really sitting back and really thinking about this. He's thinking about now he's got to put these walls down, so he really can truly be with the walls that he has put up. He's seeing that has caused him to be in this kind of situation here. This karmic or the remediation feminine has had a lot of times in which she's at dinners by herself. He wasn't there. He's checked out. He's had even a wall in between, up against her, that he's like, I let you see so much, but it's still a wall. This is not where I want to be. And so this karmic feminine is really thinking now. So this is whatever. I didn't know what the karmic showed up on this one, but this caught my eye. Okay, and so whoever this 3 of coins is for, whoever this, baby, that's why the divine masculine say it's some cheers. It's something to really celebrate about. This is a little bonus karmic. So right now, if any of them is dealing with marriages or in a serious commitment, I'm letting you know right now the energies is that the karmic feminine or the remediation feminine is really thinking, and he's thinking as well. Okay, and I see this. This is set off, sailed. This ship is sailed. Okay, so right now he's thinking this ship is sailed. It's time to really become that. So I don't know who's that for. I'm almost like ghetto nun. I was ready to sign off, but I see this is speaking to me. Say I need to talk about that one. Do I want to say anything? This is a lot of energies today. Okay, and let me see. I say 139. Okay, let's do 139. That's for the whole week. 139. I'm gonna read a letter, and then we're gonna really. It's time for it. This really inspires a lot of energies going. So here we go. So I don't know who excited or what's going on. So this is the letter from the one that's dragging. to the one who said, I'm sold on this Unisoul journey. Okay, so letter 139. Hey, babe, I want you to know that I'm totally working on it. And by it, I mean us. I mean getting myself ready to be everything that I want to be for you. I want to be in the right place to give you the dream life, the dream house, the dream everything. You deserve the best, and I want to give it to you. I'm going to look after you every single day for the rest of our lives. Stick with me, please. I promise I won't let you down. I promise I'll come for you. I'll promise I'll make you mine to the end of time. Okay, and so with that, that is the end of this reading. Okay, so this one got a bonus one. So it cut off for a reason. So this got a bonus one. This is long. You got part 1, part 2, letter, karmic read. Everything's all in one. Okay. All right then. So until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. I'ma go.